MacBooks have become extremely good at a specific kind of AI workload that most Windows laptop genuinely struggle with. And whether you are just watching tech trends from the outside or you are a student shopping for a laptop before college, this directly affects the decision you are about to make. For years, Windows laptop owned performance. If you want gaming, engineering software or raw power, you bought Windows. MacBooks were known for battery life, creative work, and a price tag that was hard to justify. Nobody looked at MacBook and thought this is the future of high performance computing. But then AI completely changed the rulebook. Right now, most people use AI through websites like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, but over the next few years, AI is going to move off those servers and sit directly on your personal devices. Just AI running privately on your own machine, and that shift is already happening. And weirdly, somehow MacBook ended becoming extremely well built for that exact future. The deeper I went into this, the more I realized that there is a massive catch. Everyone is talking about AI right now, but most people are still just using ChatGPT in a browser tab. So let's talk about what happens when you want to run that AI all by yourself, privately on your own laptop and without sending anything over to the internet. To do that, you need to run what's called an LLM locally, or large language model, which is simply an AI model powering tools like the ChatGPT. Same technology, except instead of living on some company's server, it lives on your machine directly. And here's something that the mainstream conversation keeps skipping over. Every single thing you type into ChatGPT, your business ideas, your code, or your personal documents lives on a server you have zero control over. It's accessible to company, vulnerable to data breaches, and in many cases used to train future versions of the model. According to our 2023 Stanford report, data leakage through the third-party AI services is now one of the top security concerns for business globally. Running AI locally isn't just a tech enthusiast hobby, it's the only way to actually own your data. Now, to run AI models locally, you need something called VRAM. VRAM is a memory that lives directly on a graphic card. It's where the AI model gets loaded so it can actually run. The bigger the model, the more the VRAM you need. Now here's a problem that nobody warns you about before buying a Windows laptop. Before you even open a single app, Windows itself, all its background process, system services, and automatic updates quietly eats into that memory. On a laptop with a 16 GB of RAM and 4 GB of graphic memory, Windows can silently consume 7 to 8 GB of it before you even start a AI workflow. There's one company that saw this as a fundamental flaw in Windows and built their entire hardware strategy around fixing it. And that company is Apple. But to understand exactly how Apple is winning this specifically with their MacBook, you need to understand what most people actually do with local AI. When you just want to talk to an AI, ask it questions, summarize documents, write emails, that's called inference. Inference is simply running an already built AI model to get answer. You are not building anything, you are just using it. Running these models requires a lot of graphic memory we talked about earlier. And even with the most powerful Windows gaming laptop that max at around 8 to 12 gigabytes of it, that sounds like a lot until you realize that according to the Hugging Face 2024 benchmarks, most of today's best open source AI models need more than 20 gigabytes just to load it. And this is exactly where Apple changes the game. Apple Silicon uses something called unified memory, which means the CPU and the GPU shares a single pool of memory instead of RAM and VRAM separately. So on a MacBook with 64 gigabytes of memory, the AI can nearly use all of it. A model that physically cannot run on a Windows laptop opens easily on a MacBook. But before you go and spend a lot of money on a MacBook, there is a trap you need to know about. Apple's memory advantage became such a clean story that people started treating Mac as an answer to everything AI related. Then the reality hits. If you don't just want to use AI but want to actually build it, train it on your own data, or study machine learning as an engineer, the MacBook turns into an expensive paperweight. And here's why. Every serious AI development tool in the world is built on the top of something called CUDA. And if you don't know what CUDA is NVIDIA's software framework that lets developers write programs that run directly on NVIDIA's graphic cards. And it's not just a one tool, it's the foundation that the entire AI industry builds on. Yes, Apple has their own alternatives. And yes, some tools have the parts of support for the Apple hardware, but the real world gap is enormous. And according to the OMD's 2024 report, NVIDIA's chip account for over 70% of all AI training happening globally, and all of it runs on CUDA. And trying to work around it as a beginner is like driving a car but with the steering on the wrong side. So now you are stuck in an impossible situation. To build AI, you need an NVIDIA chip, which means Windows, but the moment Windows boots up, it will start consuming the exact memory your development tools need. The hardware is capable, but the software is suffocating it. So now you might be asking a question. If Windows is not enough for building AI models and Windows is throttling your hardware, what should you actually do? So the answer isn't buying a new machine, it's taking full control over the thing you already have. There's one move that professional machine learning engineers have already making for years. Wipe Windows off your machine entirely and replace it with Linux. So if some of you don't know what Linux is a free open source operating system, and unlike Windows, it doesn't run a lot of background process consuming your hardware. A 2023 benchmark study comparing Windows and Linux on identical NVIDIA hardware found consistent performance gains of 8 to 14% under Linux AI workloads, simply because the operating system it stops getting in the way. So here's the simple framework for making this decision easier. If you just want to use AI privately on your laptop, run local models, keep your data off the internet, and build personal AI tools, get a MacBook with as much memory as you can afford. Apple's architecture is genuinely the best option for this right now. But if you want to build AI, train models, study machine learning, work like an engineer, get a Windows laptop with an NVIDIA chip, and replace the Windows with Linux. This combination gives you the raw hardware power and the software freedom to actually do the work. There is no perfect AI laptop, but there is a right tool for what you are trying to do. And most people never stop to ask which one they actually need. The broader lesson here goes beyond laptops. The tech industry has a habit of telling you that every problem is a hardware problem, that the solution is always the next bigger, faster, and more expensive device. But more often than not, the thing that's slowing you down isn't your hardware, it's the software sitting on the top of it. So sometimes a smarter upgrade isn't a new purchase, it's just removing what's in the way. I will drop a link to the exact Linux setup I use and specific buying links of the laptop that I personally recommend right now, depending on whether you want to run AI or you want to build the AI. And if you're thinking about this stuff seriously, I've just put a video on how Google is reshaping the entire AI industry. You can watch this video by clicking over here, or you can find the link in the description box down below. So subscribe if you want more stuff like this. So thanks for watching, stay awesome, and I will see you in the next one.